Hey guys, in this video I'm just going to go over my League Starter, whatever you want to call it for, Necropolis League, whatever. Dual Strike of Ambidexterity, Juggernaut. The skill's pretty absurd. Very good, very powerful melee skill. Excels in single target damage, but it's, has a lot of flexibility and stuff you can do with it, so you can play pretty much any Ascendancy, Slayer, Inquisitor, some weird shit. We went with Marauder, Juggernaut, solid, good defense, easy to play. So probably wouldn't play this till I have like some amount of decent gear. I'm going to be Chaos damage, stacking strength on a Alberons. I've tried Lightning, I've tried Trauma. I played Trauma, killed out Ubers on it in like 2.5 days played from scratch in SSFHC. And that was pretty strong. It's just kind of like a better than Bone Shatter at bossing, but don't really want to play a Trauma build, so after making like 6 or 7 dual strike pobs, looking at some stuff people had done and brainstorm a little bit with Rutu and Podan, I landed on just this variant. Seems what I'm going to be doing. I liked it the most. The strength is really nice on a Juggernaut because we get a lot of HP that Jug doesn't typically get the opportunity to scale very much, so strength, giving us our damage and a lot of our survivability. Like, this character is probably about 2 times tankier than most HC built at this stage. Something like that. It's pretty, we're pretty chunky here, so. Actually, I haven't played the Chaos variant. I did practice and try out the, like I said, physical trauma type stuff, and I played through as Lightning. You could do that. Lightning was pretty good, but this looks better and it should play better. I actually haven't tried it though, but pretty confident all this stuff is clean and it should work. So, Dual Strike. If you don't know the gem, hits really hard with your main hand. Ideally, use a slow weapon, but also hits with your offhand. And it uses the offhand attack speed for both your main hand and your offhand. So ideally use something like a Bright Beak offhand, Imperial Claw, or like a Siege Axe or something like that. Fast offhand, stats stick it up a bit, your crit and whatever damage type you're doing, scale it up. Then we use a slow main hand, so you can use things like Frost Breath or Paradoxica or a Gavel. So Paradoxica, none of this gear is absurd. It is good gear, but nothing too crazy. Mostly just we're trying to get some strength on pretty much every slot, and not all this stuff is even in min-max by any means. It's just some strength, attributes, life, suppression. Balance of Terror, Wither. So we're getting our Wither from hit by manually casting Despair once in a while. You probably only need this on bosses. I think Assassin's Mark should probably be linked to this Battle Mage's Cry, or you can mark on hit it, whatever. But Battle Mage's Cry with strength stacking, good combination here. So gotta take Iron Will. Strength damage applies to spell damage, and then we Battle Mage's Cry to enable that. And long as we are hitting, in some cases this will be even higher values, but on a single target boss, we're getting only 20. But I mean, it's a lot of damage. Wither stacks, Intimidate, blah blah blah. Endurance charges coming from this. These two things are kind of, interchangeable depending on what you're doing in the game. So, what else we got here? Got the standard, everybody's favorite double totem shit with the linger. I think the linger's necessary, especially when we're going to be manually casting Despair once in a while. We're Chaos. Our auras suck. They don't really do anything, so we don't have to actually take any aura nodes really on the tree. We have no aura scaling, so lazy. Purity of Elements makes it easier to get our resistances when we're stacking a bunch of strength on our suffixes. Determ's the only thing that's necessary. You could run like a Precision too if you wanted. I just have like an extra thing here, so I just slapped in Defiance Banner. Yep, that's Dual Strike Man's very flexible, well-rounded. This is probably like week 1-ish gear, maybe a little past week 1, depending on how much you play. This is an HC build. You can really scale up the damage if you want, like I said. These nodes are retarded, how much APS you get. You can play crit, non-crit. There's a bunch of stuff you can do, what are these damage numbers? Like 5.5% damage per point is like minimum-ish on this build. Like if I'm not getting at least that much or like some significant utility, I'm probably not getting it. That's the scaling of this skill gem. It's pretty nuts. Yep, so pretty much probably playing Sunder into Bone Shatter for a bit, and then as soon as I can get away from the Bone Shatter, we're playing some variant. Preferably this, Chaos, but you could do it as Lightning. I'll probably skip Trauma. I could play Trauma. Dual Strike, but I think I'm going to skip on the Trauma part, so it would, Trauma is the easiest to get going if you want to play Dual Strike ASAP. You can play this from level 1 if you really wanted to, but Sunder to maps, Bone Shatter for a day or two, and then ideally I'll have some amount of gear to switch to Chaos and stacking some strength. But this looks pretty good. Scale's a lot better than this too if you want to keep min-maxing it. Yeah, GG, cool. Thanks for watching. That's the character guy.